Sometime in 2003, this is what 3VOLUTION games looked like. And now in 2025, 2026, this is what 3VOLUTION games looks like now. And I first joined in March of 2007. But how did we get here? On January 5th, 2003, Made-on-Ice started his first ever project of coding on his old HP 2000 Sager notebook Windows laptop. On January 7, 2003, Made-on-Ice created his first ever mock-up was soon turned into 3VOLUTION games called Interactive Physics in his local computer. A few weeks later, on January 29, 2003, Made-on-Ice founds the official file program of Interactive Physics into a client-based site. This is what it looked like. And in February of 2003, the Interactive Physics domain site is officially registered. Later on March 26, 2003, the co-owner, aka second owner known as Gemini, will begin working alongside Made-on-Ice on the project. A couple months later, on July 7, 2003, Interactive Physics officially enters pre-alpha beta testing stage. A few weeks passed by, and on July 28, 2003, the navigation bar is added as well as the announcements to the main homepage. A few days later, once again, Interactive Physics is now available to site developers and site owners instead of just site owners, Made-on-Ice and Gemini. Some weeks passed by a second time again, and sometime around August 20th in 2003, instead of temporary header announcements, now site news were created and added to Interactive Physics, which will later be known today as blogs/updates. Around 2 weeks later, on September 5th, 2003, the first ever site developer that isn't a site owner, known as Aiden I, is invited by Made-on-Ice to help work on the project. A month later, sometime in around October 15th of 2003, 1D rendering is officially announced to be in progress, as this indicates the new feature of games coming soon to Interactive Physics. Just only a couple days later, on October 27th, 2003, the API database adds the first ever accounts, or known as name hosters, known as Go to War 2 and Go to War 23 or Go to War 23, which were created by the system API from Made-on-Ice and Gemini for testing 1D physics. And just a day later, on October 28th of 2003, the first ever game known as Skateboard Physics, created by the hosting account Go to War 23, which was created by Made-on-Ice and Gemini, was added onto Interactive Physics. Ever wanted to move your block or make your block hit and move other blocks, but that wasn't added yet? Well, that's solved, because on November 20th, 2003, 1D collisions were added for moving and colliding other blocks/parts. It's now December of 2003, and here's what games are currently being played now.